once you get all that food organized, it will be easy to grab some snacks when you're on the go, traveling this summer. So hitting the road or hopping on a flight can take a toll, though, on your body. So it's very important to pay attention to what we eat to fuel our bodies. And that is where our next guest comes in. Vanessa Rissetto is a registered dietitian and nutritionist and the CEO of Culina Health, and she is helping us pick the perfect snacks for summer travel. So good morning to you, and thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So we have some goodies here that we'll get to in a little bit, but from what we understand, you just traveled to Paris, like half of the staff here at New York Living, so you had to have been eating good over there.
I was eating amazing. I was like walking the Champs-Elysees, and there were these, little markets, and then you would just pick up the strawberries, and my friend would be like, did we wash these? I'm like, I don't know, we're just living this Parisian life. It's really good. Yeah, it was really fun.
So let's talk about traveling. Does it really mess with our bodies?
It does, right? You get really dehydrated when you're on those long flights, and people tend to not drink as much because they don't want to get up during the flight to go to the bathroom, and then you end up getting to your next destination, and it's been like maybe almost 24 hours, and you've only had like 12 ounces of water. And so it's really important for you to stay hydrated, and if it's difficult for you to get in those 96 ounces that I always recommend, then we can do some tricks, right? You can have maybe an electrolyte packet or a little bit of Himalayan sea salt. That just helps with the fluid that's going in and out of the pump of the cells, and it helps to have you like less bloated. So you'll see like your rings will fit better, your stomach will be flatter, you'll feel better.
Is there something that we should do maybe the night before we travel to prepare for that long flight or long trip?
Yeah, guys, don't get drunk before you go on the plane. This is like a thing. And don't
drink when you get there.
Yeah, drink when you get there. Don't drink on the plane either. You're gonna get super you're getting super
so many people do that,
I know,
though.
but then you get super dehydrated, and that's where the problem lies, right? And also what happens is, yes, maybe you feel relaxed in that initial moment, but you're gonna have to come off of that alcohol, and that's where people's anxiety comes in. So I recommend no alcohol before you get on the flight. If you need something, like get your doctor to prescribe you something so that you can sleep and relax, and then when you get to your destination, have a drink.
See, okay, this is the one thing that I'm guilty of. When I travel with my kids and we go into the airport, I grab whatever's quick and available, but I don't even think about it. So, I'll grab the bag of Cheetos or Cheez-Its or whatever, but what should we be looking to grab when we're traveling? What kind of snacks?
So like, I can appreciate that. I have kids too. So yeah, we need to get them the Cheez-Its and the Cheetos and, ration them out. Hey guys, you can have these. There's no problem with it. But let's have things that are more protein forward. And what's really lucky, I think, here in this area, right? Like Newark Airport has beautiful, beautiful food, like grab and go items that I love. So you can get a plain Greek yogurt. You can add nuts to that. You can add peanut butter to that. You can add Nutella to that.
So you have some snacks here.
Yeah. So I always will pack my kids a half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It never does you wrong. It's easy, and you just eat that really quick before we get on the plane, just to be mindful of people who might have allergies, and that's
a good point.
And that's going to help the kids just be full, right? They've had a carb, they've had protein, they have fat. Great. Maybe they don't really like that so much. No problem. We'll get some crackers with us. We'll have a cheese stick. We can also just have pistachios, like I mentioned, and grab a yogurt, or maybe we'll bring fruit with us before we go, and we'll have those nuts as well. So we're going to have fat and protein, but also fiber that's slowing down that digestion and help keeping us full until our next meal. And we all know that if we're not in first class, we're not really getting anything.
If you do have to grab a meal, let's say in the airport, is there something we should be looking for when we're in the airport?
Yeah, so I'm always just looking for things that are higher in protein, right? So can we get a veggie burger if we're a vegetarian? Can we, there's always like eggs that we can get. Sometimes maybe you can find a burger, so have that. Kids can get some chicken tenders. Nothing wrong with any of that. We're looking for something that's gonna keep us full for the majority of the flight. So we're not getting peckish, we're not getting these boxes that actually don't really have too much in it, and you're just paying a lot of money for air.
So you finally get to your destination. You recommend people go local. Shop local.
Shop local. So I do this all the time when I'm away. Having kids, right? The hotel is not the most ideal place. You're always looking for an Airbnb. But I will go to the local grocer. I will get fruit. I will get yogurt. I will get nut butter. I will get waters. And that's where, and maybe some eggs, depending on what I have available to me. And that is what I will set up for the starts of my day. So hey kids, I'll buy hard-boiled eggs from a market, and here are some eggs, here's some fruit. Now we're gonna go and explore and do the things. And people have been satiated before they left the house, and it's more enjoyable for us all, actually.
Well, this is all really great advice, and I'm going to start snacking. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I'm ready to go out on my next road trip.
No, let's go to Paris again.
Okay, let's go.